Hello ladies and gents, and today we're going to talk about the Hoka Stinson 7 and see if this is a good shoe for you. So when we first look at the shoe, very plush, 40mm in the heel, 35 obviously in the forefoot, so obviously that's going to give you the 5mm drop. So this is aimed at being a stable shoe, which is quite good, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it. No Vibram Mega Grip or outsole at all, I don't think. But I actually think that's a positive to the shoe. So anyway, let's talk about the shoe. Is it going to be something that works for you? Or is it one of those things we can just forget about? And just before we get into the main video, if you could like, subscribe and share, because you never know, this video might help someone, but also might save them some money. So my story around this shoe. A while back I was going through some shin issues, basically shin splints from not wearing the correct footwear and also a little bit of poor load management, and it gave me a little bit of an issue in the shin. So I don't know if you're aware, when it comes to trail shoes, it's very hard to find shoes that are particularly stable. Whereas if you look at the road section, you'll obviously, if you go on Asics, Saucony, New Balance, they'll always have like their neutral shoes, and they'll have like their underpronation shoes and their overpronation shoes. But with the trail world, it's actually a lot harder to find. And this is the shoe that Hoka sort of calls as their stability shoe. And I thought, great, what an amazing shoe. And to be fair, from that aspect, it's been a great shoe. Now, what I did think was going to happen when I bought this shoe during, like, it's going to be a 40mm heel stack, or heel height, sorry. I assumed it would be a very soft shoe. And I've mentioned this before about some of the newer models of Hoka, minus their Mafate 5. I'll post a link for that. All their shoes seem to be getting a little bit firmer, and I don't know if that is actually a good look for Hoka, because let's be honest, when we think about Hoka, they are the sort of shoe that you put on and you can go and just do the race. I tested their Speedgo 6, didn't get on with that shoe, just too firm. And then I found that with this shoe. Fortunately, for the people that are interested in getting the new Mafate, it's still nice and soft. A little bit firmer in the forefoot, but it's still a really good shoe and actually an upgrade from the old one. Next week will be the video on that. This week I've got a 50k, and that's where the true test is going to come in. You know, what's it like on your feet for over 6 hours? How's it going to perform? So yeah, back to the Stinson. I have looked around at the older model, and a lot of people say it's a fantastic shoe, a lot plusher. So I do think that this sort of new direction that Hoka are going in, yeah, is a little bit firmer, minus the Mafate. And actually the Hoka Rocket X Trail, that's a really nice soft shoe as well. But yeah, it's an interesting shoe, this. Like, it's really big, it's heavy, it's very clumpy. It did the job from a stability point of view, because what was quite nice is I now wear special insoles, and the annoying thing about them, and it's going to be really petty, is obviously taking out your insole every time you wear a different shoe. Whereas this, you don't obviously have to do that, you just put the shoe on. And sometimes with certain shoes, if you put your own insole in, it just changes the shoe a little bit. There's like less foot volume, and I don't think that's a good thing. So sometimes it can completely change the mechanics of your shoe, sometimes in a better way and sometimes in a worse way. So yeah, interesting shoe. Definitely a shoe I think you could go for like a pretty big day, but I just feel like when you've got a 40mm stack height and like the 35 in the forefoot, I'm just like, why is that not a lot softer than what it is? On the website it says that it's plush. I would not say that this is a plush shoe, I have to be honest. Even when you're feeling it there, it feels pretty firm, to be fair. But this is when I first realised that Hoka can actually make a pretty decent outsole. So this is branded as a bit of a road to trail shoe, I believe. And actually, I've done loads of miles in this, and hopefully you can see okay, but the outsole's still really good, and I'm someone that tends to wear this down a lot quicker than, say, the other parts of the shoe. But actually, this has held up pretty well. But yeah, this is definitely a shoe you put on and you can just feel that it's quite clumpy. But like I said, I had the shin issue, so this shoe had its purpose and it served that really well. Whereas if I put on a Prodigio Pro, I put on a bit, say a lighter shoe or a more responsive shoe, you just feel the difference. Whereas this is definitely like your easy, slow run sort of shoe plodder. So yeah, if you are someone that is prone with shin issues, then I actually recommend this shoe. If you're not, then I think this is just one of those shoes that we can just, yeah, not really worry about. I don't think it's going to bring much to the party. So yeah, there's my review of the Stinson 7. Good shoe, but it's very specific and it's something you don't really have to buy. It's, yeah, you're not going to miss out on this. And as always, guys, like, subscribe and share the video if you found that helpful. Thank you.